Do you ever have a craving for seafood at the same time you're able to splurge a little for the cost of fine dining? If the intersection of desire and extra cash flow strikes you in New York City, consider visiting the Seafire Grill at 158 East 48th, just west of the corners of 48th and 3rd. The Seafire Grill offers locally sourced contemporary American seafood, and its website boasts that consistency in execution is a priority. I find myself comforted by restaurants where you know what to expect. The first stop was the Elegant Bar. It had a modern feel, and the crowd seemed to be a mix of travelers as well as an after-work crowd. The chairs were comfortable, and the quiet liveliness was inviting. On another day, sitting at the bar and ordering dinner might be a welcome blend of upscale food and drink without the structure afforded by the dining room, which is nice sometimes, but sometimes you want to kick back and just be casual. I'll cut it out, don't worry. I'm sorry if the service was truly impeccable. Our server was patient, knowledgeable about the menu, and happy to be of service. We did not feel rushed at all, but whatever we needed somehow magically appeared, whether it was another drink or a replacement napkin. The server also diplomatically showed us a trick to store bags in the window ledge to keep them off the floor. The menu offers an array of seafood dishes, with some dishes available for the unsuspecting non-fish eater dragged in with the crowd or a date. I considered getting the king crab legs, but settled on the halibut. Next time I'll go for the crab, maybe while sitting at the bar and eavesdropping on the surrounding couples and groups while sipping a drink. But we started with the bread and dips. The bread was fresh and tasty. Dips provided a nice umami dimension to what would have been an average bread and butter experience. I was pleased. It didn't knock your socks off, but it was good. The burrata, it was milky and buttery. I didn't find the truffle overwhelming, and I'm not sure if there were truffles in the duxelle or if a truffle oil was used with whatever the pesto or, whatever that seasoning was. It was fine, nothing unusual or exceptional, except for the high quality of the cheese. I have to say that I probably wouldn't order it again just to try something new, but I certainly wouldn't mind having some if someone else did. Okay, the halibut. The halibut came with lemon gnocchi, fava beans, and a kale chimichurri in a beurre blanc sauce. The halibut was seasoned gently. You really could taste the flavor of the fish. Buttery, mild, moist inside, and crispy on the outside. The lemon gnocchi, it was just the right amount, and it gave the dish a bright lift. The fava beans would have made even Hannibal Lecter applaud. The kale chimichurri added the simplest kick to the dish, and overall, I enjoyed all the elements of this. You can see how flaky, and moist it is, even just in this video. I mean, look at that. So good. I will say, though, that the star of the show was the side of Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts came with sweet and spicy Marcona almonds. Again, the star of dinner. Smoky, crispy, seemed to be prepared in a high heat oven. The almonds added a welcome crunch, and the sweet and spicy reduction beautifully balanced the natural bitterness of the sprouts. Despite having enough food, I could have easily eaten another order all by myself. The swordfish came with tartar sauce and avocado mousse. So the fish was meaty, mild, somewhat sweet, but with a sharpness not present in the halibut. The avocado mousse did cut into that sharpness and the fishiness of the fish to create, a balanced, equalized bite. It wasn't my favorite, but it was obviously, again, a quality piece of meat. The freshness of the meat was what was presented by the chef. It wasn't a complicated dish. It was just cooked perfectly with very light seasoning. Again, I think I just enjoyed the halibut so much that was my favorite. Also, a quick word as to why I haven't been posting my weight updates on Wednesdays. A few weeks ago, my co-star Pep, for reasons that aren't clear to anyone, decided to jump on our coffee table and pee directly into my laptop. which did not work for a few days, even after a thorough cleaning. Slowly, every few days, function would return, which kept me from investing in a new laptop. And now, unbelievably, it is now 90% functional. My weight as of January 5th is 157. It did get as high as 161 right after Christmas, but it was worth it. Yoga with Adrienne started a 30-day course called Move, and I am on day 4 of that. I've also been avoiding carbs at night successfully. And then finally, I am going to be featuring the Sakara 30-day reset. So if anyone's interested in the details of that program, we'll be featuring that too. And we'll see if that does give me any results in terms of energy and weight. But we will be continuing on the weekends with some kind of restaurant review. Thanks for tuning in.